This week we fix the IA, make a 3D label, and do some game over stuff. When trying to debug the IA, I really need a way to understand what are going on with the monsters. Trying to write something on logs don't help. It's not easy to see to which enemy the log line belongs. Easiest way was to add a 3D text above the head of my enemies. And since it's just a control node, adding a life bar was easy. Creating a 3D control is really easy, but the way to do it is not exactly intuitive. This way of doing it come from the GUI in 3D from the sample projects. You need to have a quad mesh with a viewport texture with the billboard effect, and that is. You need to create a control node, where everything you want to display is, put this as child of a viewport. Some parameters have to be adjusted. In the viewport, the resolution ratio need to be adjusted to match the quad mesh aspect ratio. The resolution can adjust if you find the text too pixelated. Important, have transparent BG ticked. Disable 3D ticked. Usage 2D selected. And V-flip ticked. For the spatial materials, you need to set some parameters. Transparent, on. Unshaded, on. Albedo text force sRGB, on. Diffuse mode to Lambert. And the most important billboard mode set to enabled. And of course, in texture create a new viewport texture. You can simply use the widget as a normal one. The label which will contain the name of the monster is used here to display in what status in the IA the monster is. This helped me a lot to debug. I also add a life bar, which is hidden when full life. It's very basic, yet efficient. I'll probably add some effects later on this. Speaking of damage, for now the enemy are not very lethal, only the strangle can lead to death. So at least, there is a basic game over scene. What next? The enemy should be able to slash or punch, and that make damages. And if hit, it gives the enemy a probability to grab the player. Feel free to comment if you want to have a more in-depth tutorial, or more view of the game by itself. See you next time.